Hello, creative stampers. Kristina Reese here, and welcome to Monday Night Stamping. I'm usually live, but these are pre-recorded while I'm away on vacation for Thanksgiving, and I hope you all are having a very happy Thanksgiving week. Tonight, I have a double page layout for you, and I am going to be using the last little bits of my paper pumpkin. All right, now our paper pumpkin is a monthly card kit subscription from Stampin' Up. And usually you have leftovers after you've made the cards. So I'm going to use those leftovers. And then it's pictures of my family. We're opening presents. So that is going to be fun. And then I was looking through all the different designer paper to find one that really matched. And I think the snowy scenes was perfect because it has that. If you look at the colors in the kit, we've got Poppy Parade and Balmy Blue, shaded spruce, and those colors seem to be picked up here in this paper. This is Snowy Scenes, and then the other side has these colors here, really beautiful. We're going to be using the stripes and the holly. Yeah, the stripes and the holly. So this page here for our page. All right, let's get started. All right, like I said, this is a two-page spread out layout. And here are my papers already cut up for us. So let me tell you the dimensions here. We have 2 strips of garden green. Now, our card base, our cardstock is double-sided. One side's dark green. They're both garden green, but one's a shade lighter. And then the core is white. So if you tore this, you'd see some white. But anyways, we're using a 1/2 inch strip. So 12 inches by 1/2 inch. Let me go ahead and put that down. Whoops. There we go. And we're just going to stick that right in there. The next strips, we're going to do the candy cane stripe, and we've cut that 12 inches long by 1 inch. So this was 1/2 inch. The green was 1/2 inch. The candy cane is going to be 1 inch. Okay. All right. Oops, that didn't go all the way. Yikes. Well. Oh, well. Anyways, let's get these pieces here. So this is the candy cane stripe side that we're going to be using. And we're just bumping that right up against the green, the garden green. And then the last piece is, it's one big piece, and then I cut it because it's going to go down the center of the page. And so it is cut. Well, I think the white cardstock must not be 12 inches. So I'm going to have to trim that off because that's interesting that would be sticking out like that. All right. So this piece here is actual. Come on, pick up. There we go. Is that? Yeah, that goes there. So I cut it at, it's 12 inches all the way across, but I cut it at 10 inches down. So basically what I did is I cut it. So I first cut the 10 inches. That left 2 inches at the bottom. And then I cut those 2 inches into 1 inch strips, and that's here. So I've just used one sheet of paper. I do this a lot on my scrapbooking. Oh, and then I cut it. So 5 inches are on the left side and 7 inches are on the right side. I tend to do this a lot with my scrapbook pages. It's just an easy way to get paper on there, fun paper, and then photos pretty much just fit everywhere on there. So, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay. Yeah, this paper is just beautiful. It's great for Christmas. It's great. I'm going to be using it a lot in December for my scrapbook pages, but I'll be doing some snow papers, some snow scenes, and some Christmas. But there's some cute pictures of my kittens in their first snow last year. So you'll definitely want to come back. I do scrapbooking on Monday nights. All right. So we're live most of the time this month, and next month, December, I'll be doing pre-recorded. But anyway, so there is the scrapbook paper. Now, what else do we need? We need the photos. So here are the photos. And I went ahead and I want these matted on white cardstock because I just do. So we're going to quickly mat all these in white cardstock. So I'll be right back. Okay, you can see that I have finished matting all the pictures, and I didn't tell you the sizes, so I want to do that with you now. So the white cardstock is 4x4. So I trimmed my photo down to 3 3/4. That gave me 1/8 of an inch, and I did that with these two photos. Now I wanted 6x4s here. However, as I was looking through my photos, sometimes that doesn't always work. So when you have that situation, this worked great. 6x4 here. It's a 6x4 mat. I trimmed it down to 3 3/4 and 5 3/4. This, however, so I took two pictures and that were, vertical, and I cropped them down. So when I trimmed these, they are 3 3/4 tall, so they'll fit on the 4-inch cardstock. But then I had to remember that I need a center spot. It looks okay if you put them together, but I like it better when you have you show that they're two different photos here. And so instead of, cutting it down to 5 3/4, it is 5 and, oh, I always forget. I can't calculate quarters and eighths in my head. So we have each one at 2 and, let's see, half, 2 3/4. All right. So they're both 2 3/4 instead of 5 3/4. You've got 2 3/4, 2 3/4. And then that way you have white all the way around all the photos. Same thing here. This would be the same thing, except, okay, so my Poppy Parade card base is 4x6, but my photos are much smaller because my white is down to 3 5/8. So then that makes my photo come down to 3 1/2. So nope, I'm sorry, not 3 1/2, 3 16ths. So it really gets small. When you start messing around this way, you really need to have, like, I would get out scratch paper and first cut out, copy paper from a copy machine or scratch notebook paper or whatever, and cut it out. And then make sure you measure twice and cut once. So like I said, this is cutting down to 3 1 2 3/8. Yeah. Yeah, what did I say? 3 3/8. And then this way is 2 and 1 2 3 4 5/8. So anyways, that's how I did that. All right, now that we've got all the photos and everything on here, now's the fun part. So I told you I was taking the leftovers from my paper pumpkin. So whoops. These are the stamps from the paper pumpkin. We'll be using those too. But when you finish making all 8 of your stockings, so if you got this kit, you have all these really cute stockings. Well, I had 3 ornaments and 2 ornament covers left. All right, so I want to use those on this page. So let me pull these out so I don't lose them. There we go. I only had 2 toppers. How many of you that are old-time scrapbookers have these old scalloped edge scissors? Remember these from back in the day? We cut all our pictures with these things. It's hilarious. But I never got rid of mine because occasionally I do like having a scalloped edge. So what I did is I took a strip of gold, and let's pull this up a little closer so you can see, and I cut the scalloped edge there. Then I trimmed it down. So I made my own topper. Now it doesn't have the loop to tie the string on, but that's okay. So I had 2 of them in the kit left over. It may have had 3, but I couldn't find the 3rd one. So I must have lost it. But anyways, I made one for this part over here. Wow, come here. So I'm going to have 2 over by the title and 1 over here where my journaling is going to go. But I think you're really going to like this. Now, my title is, I'm using the card, the Joy from the Reindeer Memories pack. I never used it. And so here is, I cannot find the J and the O, of course. I'm sure it's on the floor here. There it is. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to use the Joy and these ornaments just like that. Let's do some stamping. Now that I've got all of my paper on here and my photos on here, I want to do some stamping. Now I know I want my title up here and my journaling down here. With that, I want my 2 clusters of the Christmas ornaments in this area too. Now, usually I try to do a triangle of 3, but with this really busy paper here, I just don't want to put too much more on this page, but I do want to do some stamping. So first of all, the little stamp set that came with the kit has these cute little swirlies, and I love this. So I'm going to pull that off. And now with the title, I'm using the Joy from the Reindeer kit. All right, there's the Joy, but I don't want it just floating there. It needs to be anchored on something. And I tried all the different reds and greens on here, but I already have too much. So I went with the pool party, which is back behind the holly here. And it's also in the ornaments. There's the pool party right there in the ornaments. So that is where the pool party is coming from. So I'm going to take the swirlies. I'm going to do a corner here and then a corner here. And so that will keep my eye within these 2 cluster areas. And it just sweeps my eye across also. Okay, so let's move that out of the way so it doesn't get inked on. There we go. And my pool party. Let's see, I don't want this ink pad getting on anything. There we go. And my little swirlies. So make sure I get enough ink. Test it on some paper first. Yeah. Okay. It looks good. Here we go. And we're just going to do a swirly right there. Perfect. I know you can't see that very well on the film, but it's there. And then one right there. Okay, perfect. So we've got that corner done. Now let's do this corner over here. Turn them around. Great. All right, now that I've got that done, the next thing I want is to go ahead and put on the title. So we've got this base here, this to kind of anchor the letters. So let's go ahead and put that on there. And I'm just centering it between the 2 pieces here. All right, now I didn't stick it down too tight just in case I need to move it. Yeah. And then Joy is going to go like that. That looks great. Okay, so I can go ahead and stick that down and get some glue here. Come on. There we go. And just kind of put a few dabs. I don't want the glue to squish out, so I'm just putting a couple of dabs on there. Oops. But glue, I'm gluing it down, so once it's down, it's down. But I know that that's where I want it, so I'm good. Yeah. Does it look good? The Y could be twisted a little bit. There we go. All right, so we're gonna commit to that. So now there is a dot to the eye. I had not taken it out of the cardstock yet because I didn't want to lose it. So go ahead and get a little dot of glue on that. Now that I have the joy on there, I'm going to, I've punched out some hollies from the reindeer kit also. There we go. Actually, I'm sorry. It's not from the kit. The stamp bundle. So this is Reindeer Fun. It's the stamp bundle that goes with the Reindeer Days kit, and it has these hollies right there. I also have some presents. I thought about the presents since that's what we were doing here, but like I said, this holly paper here is so busy. I just didn't want to put too much on here. So we have. I thought that would look cute, just kind of on the tip of the joy there, maybe something like that. And then another one over here on this side. All right. I've got two more hollies. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I was thinking maybe one down here, but we'll see. But we do need our ornaments. So this ornament is going to, actually, I'm going to have the holly go on top of that. And then this ornament and this ornament. So we can do like, we can hang this one from the J, and we can hang this one from the Y like that. Yeah, that'll look really cute. And then I'll use a pen to make like a string that connects it. So let's go ahead and commit to this. There we go. Oh, I can't remember how I had this. I think I had see, one of the holly leaves is littler, one's bigger. I'm trying to remember which way I had this. I think I had the two big ones. Yeah, like that. There we go. Okay. And now, once again, if you don't mind extra bulk on your pages, these would look cute popped up on dimensionals, but because I put so many pages in my albums, I just try to keep my pages as flat as I can. All right, that looks great. And now this side over here. I said I was going to put the ornament underneath the holly here. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. And once again, where's the little, this is the little leaf over here. So I'm not sure how I was doing that. Yeah, like that. That looks good. Almost done. Let's see, was it? Yeah. Oh, and I need that ornament underneath that leaf. Whoops, I almost forgot. Okay. There we go. Oh, heavens. I don't want that glue getting on my photograph because you cannot get it up. Oof, I got it on there a little bit. Okay. I need another pair of tweezers. 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 All right. There, that'll do. And I need this to come in some. I don't want it hanging off the edge. Okay, there we go. All right. So there we have the ornaments. We have the joy. We've got a little stamping going on, but it's still a little plain. So we'll do just a little bit more stamping and then we'll call it done. So the other stamp that I pulled out were these cute little starbursts that you see on the ornaments here. Let me get a block for that. And I'm getting out the Poppy Parade. Okay, and where's my Poppy Parade? There we go. And I thought I would put a few right here, if I can squeeze them in there. Perfect. And put a couple up here. Let me turn this around. There's an actual kind of curvature to how they're set on the block. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks great. That gives it a little bit more, maybe even some down here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and put a few down here. There we go, like that. Perfect. Okay, so we have those. And of course, we have to do it over here. And now I'm trying to think where I want them. Down here? Yeah, let's do them down here. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So this is my page. So how I did this was we wanted to use up the leftovers from the Filled with Joy card kit, the paper pumpkin. So that was my first thing. Then I thought, okay, well, what kind of page can I make with that? Well, a Christmas tree, opening the presents just kind of flowed with that. Then once I decided that that was what I wanted to document, I had to go through my photos, pick out the ones I liked. And then I used one of my go-to paper layouts, which is, these are 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and this is a 12 across by 10 down, cut at 5. So it's 5 on this side and 7 on this side. Then once I had that down, I started putting the photos in place and started clustering and putting it all together. And there we go. We have our Christmas page made with the leftovers from the kit. I hope you liked this scrapbook page and that this is going to give you some ideas to use up the last bits of your paper pumpkin. And I will be back next time, next Monday, with another scrapbook tutorial for you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.